We've been bringing you news of Enda Walsh's new play at the National Theatre. New in London from Success in Ireland. Now, we ran a competition and Claire Droney was fortunate enough to get one of those hot tickets. Now, Claire is our roving reporter and joins me on the line now. Claire, a very good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Jerry. How are you?
Not bad at all. Claire, before we get the lowdown on Ballyturk, what is your own background? Where are you from and how long have you been in London?
I'm from Cork and I moved to London last year, ostensibly for a year, but now, of course, I'm staying for another year, like many other people who've come here before.
Okay. Now, I believe you have an interesting career, both as a professional, permanent job and also on a freelance basis. Can you share some of the details of the various roles? Now, I know they are diverse.
Yes, I work as an outreach advisor for people with autism as part of my day job. And then in my spare time, I work as a freelance features writer, mainly for the Irish National Daily Broadsheets and a number of magazines. So it's very interesting.
Indeed.
And I'm never bored.
I bet you're not. It sounds as though you have plenty to fill your time. Now,
Absolutely.
Are you enjoying your time in London?
I love London. I've been coming here for about 10 years now. My sister lives here and I love living here. There's so many things to do. If you're at a loose end on a Sunday, you can go to Brick Lane or pop into the Natural History Museum. I'm big into antiques and vintage home decor and I've never been to so many flea markets in my life.
Right.
So the best one is Ali Pally, just for anyone who loves vintage. They fill in bargain hunts there 4 times a year, so it's very interesting.
Right. That sounds interesting indeed. Now, I'm aware that Ballyturk it's a fictional small village in Ireland and certainly a long way from multicultural London. But turning to Ballyturk, now you've kindly reviewed the play for us. Can I invite you now to give us your review, Claire?
Yep, perfect. Okay. Did you understand what it was all about? Said a girl in the queue for the loo. Because halfway through it, I started thinking about what I was going to have for my dinner. The elderly woman next to her shrugged and wrinkled her nose. I'm going to ask my daughter. She'll be able to explain it, she said. After Ballyturk in the National Theatre last week, Londoners were so confused that they actually started talking to each other to try and figure it all out. On the surface, it's this. 2 unnamed men, played by Cillian Murphy and Michael Murphy, sit in a room with a filthy shower and kitchen, the walls covered in a pencil-drawn street map of the fictional town of Ballyturk, and dozens of portraits of the made-up townsfolk that the men personify daily at the strike of a cuckoo clock. Afraid of being alone, the stronger roommate, which is Michael Murphy, bullies and gaslights Cillian Murphy's epileptic character and tries to maintain his madness by convincing him that a fly is actually a piece of dust. When Stephen Ray, who could be God or the devil or a psychiatrist or a parent, when he arrives, one of the men gets the opportunity to finally escape the tedium of the room. Despite its darkness, the rich thread of humour running through the play sustains the audience throughout the 90-minute running time. We laugh lots. And it's not the self-conscious, I'm clever enough to understand it laughter that you usually hear at obscure plays. It's real. Murphy and Murphy just don't give a hoot. They jump around the stage in their underpants, rub their bodies with white powder and get covered in blood and sweat. If this was an Amdram university play, it would have bombed. But brought to life by Murphy and Murphy, it fizzes with weirdness and darkness and frustration, all set to the soundtrack of madness. But the joke eventually wears thin for Murphy's character. His frustration at being bullied by his roommate into endlessly playing Ballyturk overwhelms him, and he headbangs until blood drips down his face and the wall. When one of the characters gets the chance to finally leave, the other man remains alone, the walls of the room closing in on him as he flaps his mouth open in a soundless howl, until someone else arrives in through a tiny hidden door. What does it all mean? I haven't a clue. All I knew was that I was thoroughly engaged for the duration of the show, never knowing whether the actors would swing dance or jump up high onto a ledge, catch a fly in their closed fists, fling records at the wall, or act out a vignette about a man wearing a yellow jumper living in a small town called Ballyturk, which is surely the end game of all theatre.
Intriguing stuff. Sounds very, very interesting. And for those who want to find out more themselves about Ballyturk, it runs at the Littleton at the National Theatre right through to the 11th of October. Claire, before signing off, anybody you'd like to say hello to?
I'd like to say hi to my little nephew and my niece, David and Laura.
Right, where are they in London?
They're in Barron's Court in London.
Excellent. Hi to you, crew. And Claire, listen, thank you very much indeed. And thanks, appreciate it for giving us that insight into the play Ballyturk.
And thank you for the tickets, Jerry.
A real pleasure. Claire, lovely to speak to you.
Bye. Thank you.